Hey y'all, I'm Mel Evans here to answer this question from Ashley McGrath as part of her hashtag creator series. Here's the first question. What was the biggest hurdle that I had to get over when I first started creating content on LinkedIn? Creating content has really been a hurdle because it's my everyday job as a digital marketer. I started in content creation in 2001 and joined LinkedIn in 2003, but I didn't have publishing capabilities until much later. Like everyone, I could stump for ideas on how to draft a captivating post that uses storytelling. But the biggest hurdle of all, for me anyway, was leaping into the realm of video. Though I knew the value of video as a digital marketer, I avoided it as much as possible. Two things stopped me from doing video. The first, that as a person born deaf, I have an accent that's not as cool as the British or French accent. The second barrier is that I really dress up because as a home office worker, I have a laid-back dress code, as you can see. Nice, huh? Several folks encouraged me to do video, so I took baby steps by creating a very short video that lasted 20 seconds. I introduced myself, asked a question, and thanked everyone. The results blew me away and compelled me to create a longer video that had the best social engagement out of everything I've done in the past decade. Now for the second question. What skills do I feel were critical for me to have in the beginning? When a publisher first brought me on board back in 2001, I had been writing for several online publications, so the ability to write well and communicate clearly were number one, and it grew from there. Third question. Do I feel that content creation has gotten easier for me as time goes on? Yes and no. Creating videos definitely got easier after publishing that first one, but now my idea could make it harder and more complicated. For example, I want to use the mix of showing me talking and the action on the screen. It will take more time to produce than when I have committed. First question, what is my creative process like? Do I follow a system when creating content? Yes. I worked as a process manager early in my career, which has come in handy all these years. Creating and evolving processes have a lot of value. They help us get things done efficiently and ensure we don't miss any important step. Yet, they remind us to keep finding ways to improve the process. The process for creating content varies based on the type of content. However, here are 6 general steps: research, draft, revise, finalize, go live, and publicize. Since I'm talking about video here, the process for that is research, draft the script, practice until I'm comfortable, caption the video, go live, and then publicize. Don't try for perfection, or you'll be doing hours and hours and hours of takes. If you look at the videos I've done so far, you'll notice the little thing that could be better. But when I've fixed it in the next take, I'll mess up something else. It feels less scripted and more human that way. Number 5. What kinds of things do I feel like I still struggle with when creating, and what is my growing edge? When creating videos, I need a teleprompter. I don't work well without notes in front of me because I get tongue-tied no matter how many times I practice. As for my growing edge, that's a tough one. I share my experiences. I use data whenever possible to support what I share, and just be myself. That's why I'm not dressed up here. Final question. Share one effective LinkedIn content creation tip. When creating content, the first thing I ask, what will the target audience gain from this? I believe the most successful video I've created has two things going for it: data and education. The goal was to convince people to caption the videos by giving them 5 reasons, but not a single reason included death or ears out, because everyone knows about those. The key was to give reasons to show that the majority used a caption, and also used that data to back up those reasons. And now we've reached the end of the interview. I'd love to see your answer to the same question. Wait, you don't have to go back and listen for the question. Just check out the text introduction to this video. It'll have the question. I look forward to seeing your post or your caption video with your answer. Be sure to tag it. #CreatorSeries. Also, please post a link in the comments so we can check it out. Again, thanks to Ashley for this opportunity, and thank you for watching.